Wisdom in the whip, wisdom in the whip, wisdom in the whip. This is wisdom in the whip. Why wisdom in the whip? Because I got a lot of drive, a bunch of ambition. See, I ain't gotta lie. Wisdom in the whip, wisdom in the whip, wisdom in the whip. This is wisdom in the whip. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another edition of Wisdom in the Whip. You already know it's your boy Ariel, right? Shout outs to the Muslims in the community. Got the Muhammad Ali shirt on, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. One of the greatest to ever do it. One of the greatest to ever put on boxing gloves, right? But today we're going to finish up the story, right? We're going into my story part 4, where I'm telling you guys from where I started to where I am, right? And I last left off episode 3. I graduated Syracuse University and I could not get a job. I'm applying and I got so frustrated and upset. I started complaining. I was at church. I'm complaining about yo, I can't find a job and all this other stuff. And I'm just pray for me because I have a wife and now I got 2 kids, man. Now I got 2 kids. And I'm like, man, I can't keep working at the car wash. I have dreams, goals, and visions and hopes and aspirations. I'm like, I cannot keep working at the car wash. There is no way I'm going to be a millionaire working at the car wash. There's no way I'm going to make $100,000 a year working at the car wash. It did not work. It was not going to happen. So I'm like, yo, I got to get another job because I got to be successful. I want to be successful. I want to be a role model. I want to be an example. I want to be that person that people look to and say, yo, if he can do it, I can do it, right? I want to be able to give that inspiration, that motivation, and that encouragement. So I was applying for jobs and I got a job working with the Salvation Army, and it was a job working at an after-school program with third graders and 4th graders, right? So I'm working at the job with 3rd graders and 4th graders, and I'm just like, this is next level because these little kids was off the chain. They was off the chain. And it was a low-income school, poverty, disadvantage, challenged, young African-Americans and minorities, Spanish, all of that good stuff, right? My people, the people of the world, right? So it was very tough. It was very challenging. I had to come up with curriculums. I had to figure out how I was going to interact with the kids, create programs, and help them with their homework. And it was just the kids was rowdy. They was lack of discipline, lack of self-control. In that 3rd grade, 4th grade, that's okay because they're children, they're learning, they're experimenting, they're interacting with the world, they're interacting with other kids, and they're trying to find themselves out. They're trying to be cool. They're trying to, have fun. They're trying to just be themselves and figure themselves out. So I was cool with, them acting out and everything, and me having to be disciplined, and me having to be the fun teacher, and me having to be the babysitter type thing, and, just trying to be mindful of trying to drop seeds on them and trying to be, help them be the best that they can be. And eventually it was wearing on me because I was still working at the car wash and I was at the school now. So now I'm leaving the car wash, I'm going to the school, and it's just like, do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to keep doing these, bringing work home, right? Do I want to keep grading paperwork and stuff like that? And then dealing with the kids that's not listening and being a babysitter and realizing is there something better I could be doing with my time? I really was going through that phase. Is there really something better I could be doing with my time? Could I be doing something different? Is this really for me? I was just really questioning it. And then a lot of things was going on with the kids. And I had co-workers who was, how should I say this? I had co-workers who were not as or more passionate than me, right? Some were less passionate, some were more passionate. So I'm looking at my coworkers and I'm the head, right? I'm the lead instructor and they follow my lead. I tell them what to do, right? I was in a position of leadership. So I was in this position of leadership and I'm like, you know what? I think this girl over here is better than me at dealing with these kids. And I'm like, I really don't want to do this. So long story short, I eventually end up letting her get the job. I lost passion. I lost the passion for the job. So something had went down at the school, and I handled it, but it got back to my boss that I did not handle it properly, right? Because I reported it, and once he got the report, he realized I had skipped a step, right? So what had happened was, I believe, the little girl and little boy was playing, right? And the bathrooms is right next to each other. So I think the little boy came out the girl's bathroom. I guess he chased her in the bathroom or whatever. And they're playing, right? So I think we was leaving at the time, and they went to the bathroom. And like, all right, you can go to the bathroom. And I guess they playing in line, and then he followed her to the bathroom or whatever. And then I guess they was playing so much that he eventually, without thinking, just followed her into the bathroom. I don't think that they was doing anything inappropriate, and they wasn't in there for a long time. But I reported the incident, right? And I was not supposed to allow that to happen, right? So after he got the incident, I ended up getting replaced. I ended up getting fired because of that situation. He believed that I was supposed to be watching him and I shouldn't let it happen and stuff like that. So the girl eventually, who I wanted to get the position anyways, after I got fired, she got the position. And I was really happy because I didn't know how to quit. I did not know how to quit. So I wasn't going to tell the boss I didn't want to do it. I wasn't going to go up in there like, you know, I'm done, this ain't for me, et cetera, because it was my first job working in like a school system. And I'm like, I don't know if I can quit. I never quit anything. So I believe it was a blessing that I got fired because I did not want to be there. My mind was somewhere else. My thoughts were somewhere else. My vision was somewhere else. And I was just like, this ain't it. And I'm glad I wasn't doing that for 3 years in a row, right? I did that Friday for like 4 months, 3 months. Praise God, because it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. So eventually, right, after doing research, after trying different things out, after figuring out what entrepreneurship was, because I did not know what entrepreneurship was. I had no idea. They didn't teach me that in middle school. They didn't teach me that in high school. I didn't even get a whim of entrepreneurship in college. I found out more about entrepreneurship after college, right? So now I'm getting into entrepreneurship and I'm really loving it. Like, yo, you could work for yourself. You could be your own boss. You can make your own money. There's no cap. You could be a millionaire. Most millionaires are entrepreneurs. And it's just like, you know, build your own business, build your own brand, all of that. And I'm like, yo, this is awesome, right? And I just keep seeing so much stuff. But the first thing I got into as an entrepreneur was real estate, because I just seen so many things about real estate. You know how real estate marketing is. They market crazy, you know, seminars, conferences, workshops, online courses, books, everything. So I'm just seeing so much stuff about real estate. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to get into real estate. I was happy. I was excited. I'm like, yes, real estate is for me. I can do the work, because at my job, I was getting up at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning to get to my job. So I'm doing everything already on my own, right? At my job, I was working individually. I already knew what to do. I was there for like 8 years, 9 years. So when I get in the job, I just punch in and I go straight to work. I just ask them, what position am I in for the day? And I'm on my own. Like, I'm dealing with customers face to face, one-on-one. I'm learning firsthand interaction. I'm learning how to talk to customers. I'm learning how to greet them. I'm learning how to do the service at the top level. I was one of the best employees there. I was top of the line. I was like the best of the best. People would come in and specifically ask for me to do their car because I knew how to finesse their car. I knew how to clean it. And I didn't take no shortcuts. I didn't hold back. I cleaned their car like I cleaned my own car. If their car was an absolute wreck, I still finessed it, even though they got the cheapest service, because I always wanted to be the best at what I do. I realized if you could be the best at what you do in the job, you could be the best at what you do outside the job. How you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything. So I would clean their cars to the best of my ability, no matter if they got the cheapest service, no matter if they got the most expensive service. If I put my hands on it, if I put my names on it, it was getting done and it was about to be amazing, right? But I gotta end it there. That's 10 minutes. You know, I gotta do a part 5 now. This was part 4. I gotta do it first, part 5. Y'all already know. Check out the website, www.arielmerch.com. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Peace.